Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to Randall R. Sadler Stadium as we get set for the season opener, Earlham Baseball, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Today, the Quakers open up against the Spartans of Case Western Reserve. Thanks for being with us. Beautiful day, a little bit cool today as expected. When you get into the month of February, things are going to be a little bit dicey weather-wise early on, but the Quakers will get this one in today and a doubleheader coming up tomorrow. Earlham coming off a season in which they won just 16 games. They return a lot of veterans from last year's team and even a few players from the championship team of 2017. They're hoping that mix will turn into a championship season here in 2020. But today it's a Spartan team that last year went 24-15. They ended up in the NCAA Worcester Regional. They were the runner-ups, and so a great opening for the Earlham baseball team here today. They'll really find out in these first three games where they stand. And this is a Case Western team that brings a lot of young players back from last year that were leaders in many of their offensive and pitching categories 1 year ago. When we come back here on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we're going to hear from head coach Steve Sakasitz, get his thoughts about where his team is as they get set for Case Western here this afternoon. This is Earlham Baseball right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, we've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Today, 2 games tomorrow, beautiful day. I know that sometimes you get to that first game, the weather doesn't cooperate, but it looks like you'll have a nice day today. Talk about some of the things you want to try to do in game number 1 against a very good Case team today.
Yeah, our kids are well prepared. They've worked really hard from what they've done when they got on campus through fall ball, through the off-season program, to what we've done in early parts of practice. They know all they're supposed to do. It's now about the execution of what we need to do. It's not a matter of, what do I don't remember this play, that play, whatever it might be. You just go out there, execute, understand that physical mistakes are going to happen, mental mistakes we have to make sure we avoid, and then not compounding our mistakes, where if we kick a ball here, we make the next play and have that confidence that we can do that.
You and I talked earlier this week about the mental side of this game, and you've prepared this team, I think, as well as anybody, just to be ready for anything during any one of these 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, that's the part that can separate good teams from great teams, is the mental preparation that you can do with your team and challenging them to overcome adversity, because in the sport of which they decide to play, adversity is the number one thing they're going to have to fight. If you came here to be built up, baseball is not the sport that's going to do it for you. You're going to have a lot of things that's going to humble you. More often than not, you're going to fail, but in those successes that you do have outside your failures, how can you work with those and then overcome the failures that you have?
You have a lot of veterans, though, back from even the last 2-3 seasons, guys you can count on day in and day out. It's got to really help having those kids back and knowing that they're helping some of the younger players, too.
Yeah, it's exciting to have the returners that we have here. The senior group we have was the last championship team and also playoff team that we've had here in the program. So they're doing a lot of teaching our guys about what the expectation is, what they need to do, and our younger guys have responded with that. A lot of them do have a lot of stats in their baseball card that they've played a lot of innings. Now it's a matter of improving what they've done on the field so far, and then the guys that maybe don't have as much on their baseball card, understanding that when they get the opportunity, make the most of it. Don't overthink it. Just go ahead and let your abilities take over.
Have you liked what you've seen in camp so far as you lead up to this one?
I really do. I really think it's been the best one. In my 12 years at Earlham, it's been the group that I think we've had the most enjoyable time through the preseason, through the fall, through everything we've done. And it's not an easy time, through winter practices, being inside and doing all those things. So it's been a group that has come together, and we told our team that this might not be the most talented team that we've had that's put an Earlham jersey on, but it might be the team that has the best aspect of being a team in the time that I've done this here in the 12 years.
When you look at these 3 games against a very good Case team, are there certain things that you look at as a coach and a coaching staff that, other than the wins, you really want to get done this weekend?
We want to see. We want to see guys that we're going to put out there and what they can do. Extend their time. Maybe they haven't played much before. We have some guys that are going to do that this weekend. We're trying to find what's going to be that lineup that's going to get us ready for conference, and we want to use our non-conference to set us up for that. And I think we'll be able to throw some guys out there in either a starting role this weekend or coming off the bench. And as those roles, we'll see guys' roles expand. Some guys' roles maybe decrease based on how they play. But I want each of the guys to have an idea that they have a role, whatever that might be.
I know it's a progression in the pitching staff. What do you like about what you see there? And again, you've got some veterans back on that side as well.
That's the deepest part we have on the team is, I think, on the mound through our rotation and through the guys that we can come out of the pen. We need 4 guys when we go into conference with the doubleheaders in the weekend and doubleheaders midweek. I really like what we've done in throwing strikes, and that's been our bread and butter since I've gotten here, is we want to lead the country in least amount of walks per 9 innings. Our guys buy into that part of it, and what they do, it leads them to be confident in the zone because they would rather be hit than give up the free base. And when you're able to understand that that's success for us, then they're more aggressive in the zone, they get in better counts, they have more strikeouts, have better weak contact by the hitters. So our guys do a really good job of just dictating counts, and I expect if we can dictate counts and put pressure on the defense, what we do on the base paths, we'll have the success we want to have this year.
When you mention that is something that you've been very consistent about, is having your pitchers attack hitters and not try to pitch around them, but go after them throughout their entire game, no matter how long they're in.
Yeah, and that's preached in practice. We chart every single thing our guys do, from a bullpen to a short box to anything they're throwing a pitch. We're charting it, and everything's based off the fastball. If we can't establish the fastball for a strike, then nothing else is going to work. They're going to spit on your good breaking ball. So we want our guys to establish the fastball and get in positive counts. If I get behind 1-0, I want to get back to 1-1, and that's a big difference in our count as opposed to going 2-0 on our count. So our guys really focus that in practice. We preach it, and in my opinion, in coaching, if you emphasize it, you'll be great at it. And so that's what we focus with our guys.
We're going to talk about, I think Joey's going to go for you today in game 1, but before we do so, what about offensively? I know last year it was at times a struggle to score the kind of runs you're used to scoring. You did steal some bases, maybe not as many as you did in the previous couple of years. How do you get these guys on base, get more runs scored this year?
It's just about hitting who we are. I said this the other day, hitting who you are, not who you want to be. We have some more pop with our strength and being a year older for most of our guys, but, if we're hitting home runs, it's by accident. Because, again, what we're doing in our process is getting on base, hustle out of the box, put a ball on the ground, run out hard. Put a ball in the gap, run out hard. Put the ball in the air, run out hard. And when the defense knows that everything you're going to do is going to play hard, then they have to work a bit quicker, and sometimes teams don't practice that part of it. So I want them to be understanding that we're not going to take any out for granted. We're going to go hard every single time, and that's what we really do in our practices, is emphasize that part for our guys.
Joey's going to throw today. Talk a little bit about his progression. He had a great year last year, and now he comes back as apparently the kind of number 1 right now at this point. Talk about what he's able to do in camp so far, and why does he get the start today? Yeah,
well, number 1, he's the guy that did the best last year. He was a first-team all-conference guy, but I think he's improved even from better than what he was at this point last year. He for us, he's a guy that is going to have a lot of moxie. Sometimes he doesn't always have his best stuff out in the mound on certain days, but he's going to be a competitor, and he's going to compete, and he's going to compete with whatever he has that day. And some guys can't do that. If they don't have their best stuff, they're not going to compete as well as they should be. He's a guy that's going to go out there with his best day or his worst day with the things he has. He's going to compete and give us a chance to win. And so that's why he's got the ball in game 1, and I'm excited to see his improvement from what he did last year to what he's doing here. And with a team like Case he's going to face, it's going to be a good challenge for him.
do you put him on a certain pitch count today? What do you want to try to accomplish as far as how many innings he'll go?
It's just depending on how hard of pitches he's throwing. What I mean by, are they clean innings where he's at 15 pitches, or has it been a tough inning where he's at 20 to 25? We try to limit our pitches in practice to be about 20 pitches per inning. If we do more than that, that means we've given up a pretty good amount in that inning. I'd like to say we're going to pay attention between the 70 to 90 range of where he's at there. He's built up to 95, but it's a little bit still. It's not a great warm day out there today, so we want to make sure we're taking care of arms. We've got a lot of guys in the bullpen available for today and tomorrow for us to use. But if he's rolling, then we're going to run with him until that idea of where we're going to be at. But I'd say we're going to start paying attention to that 70 range and see where we're going to get him to.
You play Case, as we'd mentioned in the show earlier this week, a team that is used to winning and having success. They got a lot of guys back. In fact, they were very young last year when you look at the leaders on their team, guys who were leading the team at hitting and pitching, and they bring all those guys back. What do you see in them this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, they're a lot older on the mound than they are as position players. They have 14 new freshmen with a roster of 30, so almost half the roster of freshmen. So they do have a significant amount of new players. The Ryan kid, their catcher, is a pretty good hitter. He's an all-region guy. Their lefty they're going to throw in game one against us is a good pitcher as well, too. They're very talented kids, and they're very similar to our guys. High academic kids, high ability, and so they're going to be a good test for us. But, they're a team that, we strive to be at every year. They're always in the talk to be in the NCAA tournament, and so that's a team that we strive to be consistent with what they do.
As you said, too, if you want to get down to the end of the year and you look at strength of schedule, you play teams like this?
Yeah, and then you look at their non-conference, what they're playing, and you look at what we're playing non-conference-wise. We think this will be a good test for us early on. Whatever happens the weekend, we told our guys, we'll be able to come together and figure out what adjustments we need to make, but we have to look at this game by game, inning by inning, pitch by pitch, not the whole hard 3-game series. What is it? We go out there, we take care of our business today, we come and we do it again tomorrow. If we for some reason don't have our best day today, get ready to regroup and get it done tomorrow.
All right, Coach, game one, good luck today.
Thanks a lot, Troy.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. It's time once again for the introductions of the starting lineups here this afternoon. Let's go to our public address announcer. Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Randall R. Sadler Stadium for today's contest between the visiting Case Western Reserve University Spartans and your Earlham College Quakers. Now let's meet the starters for today's contest. First off, for the Spartans of Case Western. Leading off, the left fielder, number 23, Cole Jarrett. Batting second, the second baseman, number 9, Ben Gorski. Batting third, the catcher, number 26, Jake Ryan. The cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, number 3, Trey Armstrong. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 1, Jacob Lott. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 6, Sam Neal. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 2, Noah Murley. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 31, Casey McConaughey. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 19, Trey Haley. The pitcher today for Case Western, number 24, Nick Devoni. The head coach for the Spartans is Matt Englander. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for your Earlham College Quakers. Leading off, the second baseman, number 1, Mark Jandro. Batting second, the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake. Batting third, the first baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp. The cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, number 17, Austin Hatfield. Hitting fifth, the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pensura. Hitting sixth in left field, number 5, Cameron McCabe. Hitting seventh, the third baseman, number 26, Kevin Paisley. Hitting eighth and catching this afternoon, number 30, Andrew Bradley. In right field and hitting ninth, number 14, Connor Drew. And your starting pitcher today, number 32, Joey Gerbes. Assistant coaches for the Quakers, Mike Caduto, Bo Smith, Cody Krumloff, Kevin McGee, and Stephen Johnson. And leading the way for your Quakers in his 10th season as head coach, number 21, Steve Sakositz. Umpires for today's contest are Christopher Prokes and Justin Penix. Ladies and gentlemen, playing the national anthem at the beginning of an athletic competition is a tradition that shows respect for those who have served to protect our nation and the rights to liberty and freedom that we enjoy. Each collegiate member of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference respects the differing beliefs and values of individual members of our campus learning communities. Now we ask that you join us in honoring that service and respecting the rights and beliefs of those who are gathered here today. At this time, please rise, remove your hats, as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, Earlham College and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans, and we request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at the athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. Also, the consumption or use of alcoholic beverages or tobacco products is prohibited. Thank you.
Well, there you have the starting lineups for both teams here this afternoon. We mentioned Joey Gerbes getting the start for the Quakers. He was an all-conference performer last year. He went 4-2 on the season in 15 appearances. He had 8 starts.
He finished the year with a 2.38 ERA. He was 4-2 on the year, 59 strikeouts and just 18 walks. And opposing hitters hit only .219 against him throughout the entire season. And you heard Coach Sachs say in the pregame that they will keep him to a pitch limit here today, and that's generally going to be the case for all the pitchers early in the season, and then they'll work up from there. He kind of mentioned about 95 pitches would be his limit today if they were to let him to go the entire way here this afternoon, but I doubt that's going to happen. We'll see what happens with a good hitting lineup here for Case Western Reserve. Last year they hit .310 on the season, ended up hitting 30 home runs, and again it got them to the NCAA tournament. So we're ready to go here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium.
Leading off for Case Western Reserve, the left fielder, Cole Jarrett.
So Cole Jarrett will lead things off, right-handed hitter. Game 1 of the year. Quakers play a lot of home games this season. We'll talk about that schedule as we go along. We'll set the defense for you coming up in just a moment as well. So the 2020 season is now underway, and the first pitch has popped up foul, and we are underway. Bradley behind the plate gets the start for the Quakers here this afternoon. Danny Dopp down at first base, Mark Gendreau at second, Brian Pinsur at short, and Baisley down at third with McCabe, Shake, and Drews from left to right in the Quaker outfield. The wind and the pitch on the way, hit well into left field. McCabe going back on it. This one is at the warning track and gone. And Case Reserve opens up with the first hit and a home run here by Cole Jarrett. And he got every bit of it. The wind is blowing out, but that was a solid home run.
Now batting, the second baseman, Ben Gorski.
So now Ben Gorski will step to the plate.
Let's go, Joey!
Well, that'll get your attention. 1-0 Case on top here already in the top of inning number 1. The pitch on the way is a fastball in there for a strike. We mentioned the wind is blowing out a little bit, really not enough to make that much of a difference on that hit by Cole Jarrett. First home run of the year. There's a nice one down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. In the corner is McCabe. Heading to second base is Gorski. Back-to-back extra base hits by Case Western. And they have another man in scoring position for Jake Ryan.
Now batting, the catcher,
Let's go, Quake!
Jake Ryan.
So here is Jake Ryan. Last year, 9 home runs, 39 runs driven in, a slugging percentage of .631, so a rough start now for Joey Gerbis here in inning number 1. The home run by Garrett Gorski with the double. The stretch by Gerbis, and the pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 hits already on the board now for Case Western.
Let's go, Joey!
That is Gorski with a lead down at second base. We'll give you the dimensions here at the ballpark in a moment. The pitch on the way is a little bit outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Down the left field line at .310, but there is the Earlham Monster that again goes about 40-45 feet in the air, so it takes quite a poke to get it down the left field line and out of this ballpark. 375 in the alleys, 390 dead center, 325 in right field. That pitch in there for a strike. It's now 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Gerbis a long look this time at his catcher, Bradley. As Joey comes set, we'll check the runner at second. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball, popped up on the right side. The right fielder, Drews, is there. It'll be in shallow right. He'll make the catch. And there's your first out. So with one away, that'll bring up Trey Armstrong.
Now batting, the DH, Trey Armstrong.
So Armstrong will step to the plate first time this season. Armstrong, another right-handed hitter, and they have a strong lineup of right-handed hitters. This is popped up on the right side. We'll call all the action down the line. The first baseman going over. Also the second baseman, Jandro, in foul territory. Unable to come up with a baseball, though he gave a great effort. He, along with Drews and Danny Dopp, all coming together. As that'll be a long foul ball. Good hustle by Mark Jandro. Good to see Mark back. Of course, he suffered some injuries last year and did finish out the campaign strong, but hopefully he'll be healthy this entire season. An excellent glove and a really good player at the plate with the bat. Guy's a contact hitter. We'll talk more about Mark in a moment. Here's the stretch and the 0-1 pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball, caught the inside corner. And Armstrong now finds himself down and no balls and 2 strikes. One away here in the top of the first inning and time called. Doubleheader tomorrow starts the first game at noon, followed by game 2 around 3:15, 3:30 tomorrow. Bradley sets up on the outside corner, the stretch by Gerbis as he checks the runner, and the pitch on the way, grounded toward the third baseman, takes it on the hop. Baisley will fire across the diamond to get the out there, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jacob Lott.
So here is Jacob Lott with 2 down. Quakers have always been solid when they've been healthy in the infield, and they did struggle with some injuries last year. We'd mentioned Mark Jandro and Brian Pinsour had some injuries a year ago. They're hoping that these guys are going to stay healthy all season long. There's a swing and a miss. So no balls and a strike, and again 2 away as we play here in the top of the first inning. Leadoff home run by Cole Jarrett. And the double by Gorski, still at second base. The stretch and the pitch, and it's low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach Sakasitz talking about a veteran lineup that he has back this year. They were picked 5th in the preseason poll in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. That's a good breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. I think if they stay healthy, they certainly have every opportunity to return to the HCAC playoffs. I know they were disappointed in the finish last year, losing 7 of their last 8. The pitch, low and outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So they just did not score the runs last year the way they had hoped they would. And we had been accustomed to what they did in 2017 and 18, even back in 16, where they were able to steal a lot of bases, score tons of runs, but it just didn't happen last year. 2 balls and 2 strikes, time called at the plate. Lott last year drove in 16, has a chance here to pick up his first RBI of this 2020 season. Gorski the lead at second base. The stretch by Gerbis. He'll check the runner, the pitch on the way, and that breaking pitch is low and outside, 3-2. Gerbis has been in this situation before, and you talk about what he was able to accomplish last year. Guy can get out of tough jams. He's in one right now. Here's the payoff pitch on the way, and it gets by the catcher, Bradley. Advancing to third will be Gorski. And there's your first walk of the ball game. Now runners at first and third. and that'll bring up Noah Murley.
Now batting, the center fielder, Sam Neal.
Actually, Neal at the plate now with runners again at first and third. Neal last year a .292 hitter, 3 home runs. He drove in 22, had 10 stolen bases. Where the Quakers will benefit a lot this year from a catching position. They have a veteran coach on their staff who had been part of that championship team, but that's a wild pitch, and that's going to get away from the catcher, Bradley, and it's 2-0. So now, runners advancing. 1 ball, no strikes as Gorski crosses the plate. And the count 1-0 to Neal. So tough start here today for the Quakers. See how they respond as Gerbis into the stretch and the pitch, and that one hits him. So now runners at first and second, and now it'll be Murley stepping to the plate.
Now batting, the right fielder, Noah Murley.
So 2 runs across here against Joey Gerbis. If you know anything about the Quakers from a coaching standpoint, they want their players to work through the difficult times, especially pitchers, because mentally they need to be very tough on the mound when things aren't going just the way they like them to go. Ball is low, and Murley jumps in the count. This is now the 7th hitter of this opening inning, and already Joey Gerbis throwing a lot of pitches. Runners will get their leads at first and second. Here's the stretch. The pitch on the way, popped him up and straight back foul. So the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, if Gerbis can get out of this now with just the 2 runs, I think the Quakers will feel pretty good. He'll settle down hopefully for inning number 2. But as we said earlier, this is a pretty good hitting lineup. All these guys that played last year really can swing the bat. There is a pitch in there for a strike, 1-2. Quakers felt they upgraded that schedule by bringing Case Western Reserve here last year. They opened up against Kalamazoo, and certainly getting a chance to play a team like Case Western will show exactly where they are as the runners will take off. That was a good jump down at second base by Jacob Lott. Will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sam Neal kind of looked back to see where that ball might be placed at the plate by Murley. Casey McConaughey is on deck. A 300 hitter from a year ago, and they have him hitting in the number 8 spot. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way, hit hard toward the shortstop, Pinsura. Late throw to second, and everybody is safe. So now bases are loaded, and Casey McConaughey steps to the plate.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 31, Casey McConaughey.
As we said, a 300 hitter, so what do you do here? Boy, I tell you what, you talk about getting yourself in a big jam at this point. I'm not sure if Pinsura was thinking about going to first or was really his entire intention was to go to second base and just got a late throw. Connie steps in, a left-handed hitter, and again he has a short porch to work with down the right field line, just 325, and again with that wind blowing out a little bit, left-handed hitters have a good time at this ballpark. The stretch once again, and the pitch on the way. This one is going to be popped up into left center field. Going back on it, McCabe. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down in this one 2-0.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond. At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Well, the Quakers face a left-hander here this afternoon, and generally Earlham has had a tough time over the last couple of years against left-handers, so Mark Gendreau will lead things off. Leading off for the Quakers, the second baseman, Mark Gendreau. So Mark will step up for the first time this season. .273 hitter from a year ago. And the first pitch hit to the right side, base hit. So Mark wasting no time, and the Quakers have a man on for Isaiah Shake. Now batting, the center fielder, Isaiah Shake. Isaiah, another one of the veterans for this ball club. So now let's see if the Quakers can do what they certainly love to do, and that's run. The stretch and the pitch, it's in there for a strike. Nick Devote is a left-handed pitcher. Denovi, not a really big pitcher as he stands on the mound in the stretch. We'll check the defense for in a couple of moments. That pitch in there for strike 2 against Isaiah. Connie is down at first base. The catcher this afternoon, Jake Ryan, who would talk about an all-region type player. This young man very talented and a hard one to steal against. The stretch and the pitch on the way popped him up foul. We'll stay at 0-2. Gorski down at second base, Lotz at short. Haley at third. In the outfield, Jarrett in left, Niels in center, and Murley in right field. In fact, the center fielder right now, Neal, shaded just a little bit toward right field. Good lead down at first base. The pitch is outside, 1-2. Quakers last year hit just .248 as a team. Danny Dopp led the way at .347, Anthony Morgan at .333. Those were the only two players they had above the 300 mark. The pitch on the way, runner takes off, the throw down, and that one sails into center field. But they may have called interference on Isaiah Shake, and that means he is out, and Gendreau back to first base, so one away, and that'll bring up Danny Dopp. Now batting, the first baseman, Danny Dopp.
Let's go, Danny!
Jandro back to first. Isaiah Shake out number 1. Danny steps to the plate, and they're hoping he has the same kind of year he had last year. We mentioned his batting average. He also hit 3 home runs, drove in 25. And a quick throw to first, and he has solidified himself as one of the top players in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and a guy that's not going to steal a ton of bases, but when he does, he is always successful. 5 for 5 1 year ago. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Quakers with 1 base hit, 3 hits on the day for the Spartans. And again, Jandro the lead at first. The pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Quakers have had the opportunity to come out here to the ballpark quite a bit this winter. We had the 1 snow that stopped them for a couple of days, and there's a breaking pitch. Snap throw to first, and the tag laid on, and they got him. So now the Quakers lose a base runner. 2 away now in the bottom half of inning number 1, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Danny Dopp. There's your 1-2 pitch on the way, and got him swinging. And the Quakers will go down here in the first inning, as we will head to inning number 2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down 2-0.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Hey, this is Steve at Jiffy Lube. The other day, a cashier said to me, "If you're happy with the service here, there's a site you can take a survey on." Kind of laughed and said, "What if I'm not happy?" To which she replied, "Well, then you can just forego the survey." I thought, well, that's kind of the equivalent of if you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. What if we all adopted that? Jiffy Lube, take the survey, but if you can't say anything nice, just don't say anything at all.
Hey, this is Steve Funkhauser at Jiffy Lube. Come on out and see us. We're ready to serve.
It's beginning right here for the Quakers and Joey Gerbis, as we will see the number 9, 1 and 2 hitter stepping to the plate. It'll be Trey Haley leading things off.
Leading off for Case Western Reserve, the third baseman, number 19, Trey Haley.
Haley, the number 9 hitter. Well, hopefully the Quakers have gotten all of the bad baseball out of them early in this one, as that first pitch in there for a strike. And generally, we always talk about when you play a team like Case Western Reserve, is that pitch is in there for strike 2, and Joey out in front. You just can't make a whole lot of mistakes. That's why they're as good as they are and why they were runner-ups in the Worcester Regional last year. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 3 straight for Gerbis. Good start in inning number 2, and we'll head now to the top of the order, and Cole Jarrett.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 23, Cole Jarrett.
Well, Jarrett deposited that baseball over the left center field fence. The leadoff home run in inning number 1, as Gerbis' first pitch is a breaking ball that's in there for a strike. Outfield straightaway. Gerbis gets the sign, the pitch on the way. It's low and outside. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Be curious when the Quakers get a chance to play some of their younger players, how they'll mix in. There is not a huge freshman class as time is called. But they didn't need to get a whole lot of recruits in here because they had so many players coming back. There's another nice pitch. And it's 1-2. We talked with Coach Sakasitz this week. Very, very high in a lot of those young players, and they will see some time this year. They'll make that Florida trip. They'll play 4 games down in Florida as that pitch is outside, 2-2. One away as we play here in inning number 2. 2-0 Case Western Reserve on top. Gerbis, the right-hander, delivers. High fly ball into left field. McCabe coming over, and McCabe will make the catch, and there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Ben Gorski.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 9, Ben Gorski.
Gorski doubled down the left field line in the first inning. Well, this will be big for Joey Gerbis and his confidence here in inning number 2 to get out of this unscathed. As there's a nice breaking pitch in there for a strike, and you can venture to say that when Joey went to the bench, coaching staff probably just told him to settle down a little bit. Your first outing. There's a good fastball in there for a strike, and that's the difference right now, at least from the pitching standpoint. He's jumping out ahead of the hitters. He did so against Haley, Jarrett, and now Gorski. Joey shakes off those first 2 signs from Bradley. Here's the pitch on the way, just outside. Good location on that one if you're going to waste a pitch. Make it very, very close and let the umpire decide. Sometimes you get a break on it. And Gerbis ready to throw. The pitch on the way, and no doubt about it, got him looking. So Joey comes back, gets the 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down 2-0.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Back here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium, the Quakers will move to the bottom of the second. Hatfield, Pinsura, and McCabe.
Leading off for the Quakers, number 17, the designated hitter, Austin Hatfield.
So here's Austin Hatfield. If there's a guy on this team that the Quakers are hoping can be a power guy, it's this guy right here. The first pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Hatfield last year, 276. A home run and 20 runs driven in, though they believe his home run potential is much better. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Hatfield. Austin hitting in the cleanup spot here this afternoon. The pitch is outside, 2-1. DeNovi able to get out of that first inning after giving up the base hit to Mark Gendreau. They got Isaiah Shake on hitter's interference, swing and a miss. And then Mark Gendreau picked off Danny Dopp, strikes out, and the inning was over just like that. The break-even pitch got him swinging. And with one away, that'll bring up Brian Pinsura.
Now batting for the Quakers, the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pinsura.
Brian back in the lineup after hitting .274 last year. No home runs. He drove in 11. He had 10 stolen bases. And the first pitch you'll see of a brand new season is in there for a strike. We mentioned Brian had suffered some injuries last year as well. As that pitch low and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way, and it's low, 2 balls and a strike. Well, you look up and down this lineup, all these guys that are starting today for the Quakers saw a lot of time last year. That one hit right back to the pitcher. So they flip to first, and they're 2 away. And that'll bring up now the left fielder, Cameron McCabe.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 5, Cameron McCabe.
Cameron taking over in left field to begin this season at .252 last year. Did play in 32 games. 1 ball and no strikes. That pitch inside corner for a strike and leaving it up at 1-1. McCabe able to drive in 13 runs a year ago. Hits this one well into center field, and that could be extra bases. McCabe will take the turn, but quickly in center field to get it back in. As Sam Neal able to get to it quickly, and the Quakers pick up their second hit. They have a man on, and that'll bring up Devin Baisley.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 26, Devin Baisley.
So here's Baisley now with the Quakers and a man on.
All right, let's go, D-Town.
Baisley hit just 161 in limited time last year. As the pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Quakers with their second base hit. The stretch and the pitch, and it's up high for a ball. 2-0. Now you go back to a year ago, the Quakers ended up stealing 90 bases. Now that may seem like a lot, but it's a ball club that's used to stealing 100 plus on a pretty regular basis. Here's the pitch. Hit well into center field. Should be playable, and it is, and that'll do it for the Quakers in the bottom of inning number 2. They will leave a man on. They do pick up a base hit on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Case Reserve on top of this one, 2-0.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Quakers down 2-0 back here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium on a sunny afternoon. The temperature getting up to around 50, which we will take tomorrow. Expecting some more nice weather. Maybe not as good as today, and maybe some late rain showers, but for game time, we're expected to see a pretty good afternoon. By the time we're done, we'll kind of wait and see on that one. But now the Quakers back out again. Joey Gerbis ready for his third inning of work. And he'll be facing the number 3 hitter lead things off in Jake Ryan.
Leading off for Case Western, the catcher, Jake Ryan.
Ryan, 39 runs driven in last season. Joey, a 1-2-3 inning his last time out as that pitch is low and outside. Ryan flew out to right field his first time up. The pitch on the way is hit well, and that will go foul down the left field line. And that'll even the count of 1-1 And this is a young man right here. You're really going to have to be careful with Jake Ryan. A .345 on base percentage to go along with that .631 slugging percentage from a year ago. Here's your 1-1 pitch. Low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. Doubleheader tomorrow, and then the Quakers will not play again until Saturday as that pitch is up high. Of next week, they'll take that Saturday noon start time against Olivet, then play Sunday in a single game. Both those will begin at noon. Time called by Jake Ryan. Gerbis working with Bradley here this afternoon as the battery mates getting their signals together. High fly ball center field. This one carrying deep. See you later. Second home run by the Spartans. 9 home runs last year by Jake Ryan. And the second, again, home run given up now by Joey Gerbis. And the Quakers now trail it 3-0. And here's Trey Armstrong.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Trey Armstrong.
So Armstrong will step to the plate. 0 for 1 today as he grounded out to the third baseman Baisley in his only plate appearance. By the way, that one was hit very well by Ryan. No balls and a strike down Armstrong. Where this ballpark is located, it is wide open, and we generally see as that one is hit toward the shortstop, Pinsora. He'll backhand it, then drops it, and that'll be an error. So the Quakers commit the first error. And now a man on, and that'll bring up Jacob Lott.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 1, Jacob Lott.
I looked at the last time Pinsor when he tried to get a force out down at second base and almost seemed like he had hesitated on that play, but this time it was just a backhand, and once he pulled up, ball falls out of his glove as that's in there for a strike. Snap throw to first, not in time. And it's 0-1 now to Lott, who walked his first time up in inning number 1. Quakers down 3-0. 2 home runs hit now by the Spartans. Joey again will throw to first. And by the way, just to let you know, if you just joined us, neither one of those home runs were cheap either. They were hit well. Lott, Neal, and Murley all due up here in the third. Ground ball back at the middle. Jandro to Pinsora. On to first. They'll get the 4-6-3 double play. And that's exactly what Joey Gerbis needed right there for 2 away. And that'll bring up now Sam Neal.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 6, Samuel Neal.
So Neal steps up. He was hit by a pitch his first time up, and the ground ball double play. 2 away now here in this third inning. And the first pitch to Neal is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. That's a big double play after giving up the home run to Ryan and then the error on Pinsura. As that pitch is high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Now, Joey's thrown a lot of pitches here in 2 2/3 innings. It will be interesting to see when will the Quakers go to their bullpen. There's no activity yet. They want him to get some work early in this season. That's hit well into the gap in right center field. Drews and Shake converge on the baseball. Neal takes a look. He's heading to third. The ball gets by the cutoff man, and that'll be a triple by Sam Neal. Another extra base hit. And a chance once again for Case Western to get another run on the board. And that'll bring up Noah Murley.
Now batting, the right fielder, Noah Murley.
So Murley steps to the plate, reached on the fielder's choice his last time up, and a runner down at third and Neal. Gerbis gets set. Here's the pitch. This right here could be a really big hitter now for Joey Gerbis. If he can come back and get Murley out and leave that runner down at third, after giving up that leadoff home run to Ryan, he'll feel pretty good heading into the next inning. The pitch. Gets by the catcher, Bradley, and that will score the run. It's now 4-0. So 2-0 now to Noah Murley, and that hurts right there. Chance to perhaps get out of this inning without another run scoring. And Gerbis set to throw. The pitch on the way. High fly ball into deep center field. Shake battling the sun in the high sky will make the catch. We will head to the bottom of inning number 3 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 2 more runs across. Case Western Reserve on top of this one, 4-0.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
We head to the bottom half of inning number 3. It'll be Bradley, Drews, and Gendreau.
Leading off for the Quakers, the catcher, number 30, Andrew Bradley.
So Bradley steps up for the first time this afternoon. And the first pitch swung on and missed. Nick Devoni again sailing through the first 2. Now has a 4-0 lead, the left-hander with the leg kick and the pitch, and it's 0-2. Quakers have managed just 2 hits so far here in the first couple of innings. Here's the wind and the pitch on the way, and got him in 3. It'll be a strikeout throw out, and there's 1 away. And that'll bring up now the right fielder, Connor Drews.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 14, Connor Drews.
So One down here in the bottom of the third. Drew's hitting in the number 9 hole here this afternoon. And a swing and a miss. You know, we talked about it earlier that the Quakers over the last couple of seasons have had their difficulties against left-handed pitchers, and it's continuing here today. That pitch in there for a strike.
All right, you got this, Connor.
So now Connor will have to shorten up here, and 0-2, and the pitch. Check swing, got him going. And so 2 away, we'll head to the top of the order now, Mark Gendreau.
Now batting for the Quakers, the second baseman, number 1, Mark Gendreau.
So 2 away, 4th strikeout, actually 5th strikeout now for the left-hander. Denovi ready to throw again. This one hit into right field, and that'll fall in for a base hit. Quakers get their 3rd hit. Mark Gendreau, his 2nd base hit. And that brings up Isaiah Shake. The Quakers have a man on with 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Isaiah struck out his last time up. So now we'll see if the Quakers can get a little rally going here in the bottom of the 3rd. Denovi checks the runner at first. The pitch on the way. It's outside. Snap throw not in time. We saw the one throw early by the catcher, Jake Ryan, sail into center field, but this young man is very accurate and a really strong arm. That's why the Quakers have to be careful down at first base. The stretch, the pitch, breaking ball low and inside. And the other thing is, if a ball that is not in the strike zone, you find that Jake Ryan can save a lot of wild pitches. We talked about Bradley getting the start today behind the plate for the Quakers, and they have a veteran coach that has been a part of this program. That's in there for a strike. That's going to help him along the way. Cody Krumloff, a part of that championship team back in 2017, a part of the coaching staff now. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Foul tipped and held on by Ryan, and now the count at 2-2. Quakers are using a new system this year. Instead of signs by the coaches, they have that little notepad that's strapped around their wrist, and then they have a system they work with. As this is a fly ball down the right field line. There to make the catch, as that will be it for the Quakers in the inning, as the right fielder Noah Murley there to make the catch, and we'll head to the top of the 4th inning in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down in this one 4-0.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs in sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Leading off for Case Western Reserve, the first baseman, number 31, Casey McConaughey.
So McConaughey will lead things off. Here in the fourth inning, flew out his first time up, and the pitch is outside for a ball. The wind and the pitch, ground ball, Jandro is there. The throw to first, and there's one away. That'll bring up now Trey Haley.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 19, Trey Haley.
So Haley will step to the plate. Strikeout victim back in the second. So far today, Joey has struck out just 2 hitters, both of those in the second inning. He'd given up 2 runs in the first and 2 more runs in the third. 5 hits, I believe, or is it 6 on the board right now for Case? This is lifted high in the air. McCabe near the line and makes the catch in fair territory. And Haley is out number 2. That'll bring up now the top of the order and Cole Jarrett.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 23, Cole Jarrett.
So this may be one of those innings again for Joey to get out of here and keep his pitch count down. And the Quakers offense needs to get rolling. Gerbis' first pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Jarrett, the leadoff home run back in the first. He flew out in the second. Pitch is low. Count is even a 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind is now blowing straight out center field. It had been shifting a little bit toward left field. And the 2 home runs hit today by Case, and neither one of those needed a whole lot of assistance, as that count is inside, 2 balls and a strike. Quakers will play all their games at home up until March the 17th. They got a long homestand. That one is hit foul. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But surprisingly, it was a Quaker team that played under 500 last year here at home and played over 500 on the road. That March 17th trip begins their Florida trip, in which they play 4 straight games down in Florida. Fly ball into right field. Drews is there, makes the catch, and that'll do it as we will head now to the bottom half of inning number 4 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Case Western Reserve on top of this one, 4-0.
Think about the moments in your life, moments you might miss if you become ill. People often ignore their own health, even when their body is telling them something isn't right. Routine health screenings could be the difference between catching it early when it's more treatable or waiting until it's too late. Make time to have an annual wellness visit. Keep up with routine screenings so you don't miss out on any of your moments. Reed Health's team of experts can keep you in control of your health, making sure you stay right where you belong. Reed Health, right beside you.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Back here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium, the Quakers left Dopp, Hatfield, and Pinsura.
Leading off for the Quakers, the first baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp.
Go, Danny Dopp! Woo! Let's go, Danny Dopp!
Danny struck out his first time up. Music is still playing, by the way. Not me, it's them. Why do they always look at us? They got the headsets on, they look at me like we're playing the music. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. We talked about Danny's big year last year. They're really going to need his bat this season. That pitch is high and outside. We expect nothing different. Of course, last year Addison Robertson had a huge year his junior year and really just couldn't get anything going in his senior season, and they're hoping that Danny doesn't have that same thing happen to him in his final years. That pitch low and inside. We don't believe that'll be something that'll happen. Danny, very dedicated worker not only in the classroom, but what he does in the weight room and for this baseball team. There's a swing and a miss. And the entire program. Well, Denovi having a good afternoon so far, giving up just 3 hits. That pitch just a little bit inside, and the Quakers will have a man on, and that'll bring up Austin Hatfield.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 17, Austin Hatfield.
Right, Hattie.
So Hatfield, a strikeout victim in the second inning. And the Quakers have a man on. The pitch, high and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Those shadows will start to come over home plate. See how that'll affect the hitting as we get into the later stages of the afternoon. Of course, tomorrow will not be a problem until game number 2. The 1-0 pitch, low and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. The stretch and the delivery. Well, that caught the outside corner. Looked like it might have been a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike. Short lead down at first, time called. And we were talking a little bit ago, the last time the Quakers are at the plate, they have a wristband system now that they use where the coaches will bark out a certain signal, and they have all the instructions on their wristband of what they're going to do. That's something new this year, as that pitch is a strike. Instead of using signals, you see more and more baseball teams going to that, kind of like a quarterback in football where they have the numbers on their wrist, and you see a lot of the offensive players having the same thing. Ground ball toward the third baseman. He'll scoop it up, get one there, on to first, double play. Haley caught that one right off the hop in a double play, and that'll bring up now Brian Pinsura.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pinsura.
So a 5-4-3 twin killing. Pinsura 0 for 1 here this afternoon. Denovi's pitch popped up on the right side. The first baseman in fair territory, backing up on it, makes the catch, and that'll do a good play there by McConaughey, and the Quakers done in the 4th. As we will head to the 5th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down 4-0.
For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Back here again at Randall R. Sadler Stadium, Gorski, Ryan, and Armstrong now due up for Case Western.
Leading off for Case Western Reserve, the second baseman, number 9, Ben Gorski.
So Gorski steps to the plate, a double back in the first inning, struck out looking in the second. Joey Gerbis back in for another inning of work. He's had one of those days where this one is lifted up high, shallow left field. Coming in is McCabe on the run, makes the catch, and there's one away. And that'll bring up Jake Ryan.
Now batting, the catcher, number 26, Jake Ryan.
I was about ready to say a little bit ago for Joey Gerbis. Tough first inning, had a good second inning, a rough third inning, and a good fourth. So it's been up and down here in the first few innings. Swing and a miss. But one away here in the fifth inning. Ryan showing his home run power. He talked about the 9 home runs he had last year, and he lifted one to dead center field his last time up, but this one has popped up into right center field. Isaiah Shake is there. He'll make the catch, and just like that, 2 away. And that'll bring up Trey Armstrong.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 3, Trey Armstrong.
Armstrong grounded at his first time up. Reached on an error his second time. That was the error on Pinsura. Ground ball down the line. That'll get it by the diving Baisley into left field. Good speed by Armstrong. He'll head to second with a stand-up double and another extra base hit. And a 2-out double. And that'll bring up now Jacob Lott.
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Jacob Lott.
2 extra base hits back in the first inning. 2 extra base hits in the third inning, and now another one here in the fifth. 5 extra base hits by the Spartans. Gerbis will check the runner at second. The pitch on the way. And it is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 5 hits on the board now for the Spartans. Gerbis once again looks into the side for Bradley and now comes set. The pitch on the way, got him swinging on that one. Might have been foul tipped and held on by Bradley. Nonetheless, the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. If Gerbis can get himself out of this inning here with no further damage done, as Armstrong has the lead down at second base. The pitch on the way, and that's going to be swung on and foul tipped. Lott getting just a piece of it. Will now go to 1 and 2. 2 aways we play here in the top of the fifth inning. Quaker baseball team that we talked about last year, unable to generate the type of run production they needed, and especially when you look down the stretch in their final few games, they lose 7 of 8, and the pitching was there, just couldn't score runs, and now today, Quakers unable to score early in this one. So Gerbis trying to work through inning number 5. Joey will come set, and a check of the runner at second base. The pitch on the way, grounded down the third base side. That'll be a foul ball. Baisley set to throw. We'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lott walked back in the first inning, grounded into a double play in the third. So he's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. That wind, by the way, shifting back toward left field as it continues to go back and forth from center to left. The Quakers do not change much in the outfield. They stay straight away. Gerbis once again set to throw. Here's the pitch on the way, and that got him looking. Gerbis gets the strikeout. We will head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers down in this one 4-0.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond. Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond.
Now, Quakers set to go to work as we will head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be McCabe, Baisley, and Bradley all due up.
Leading off for the Quakers, the left fielder, number 5, Cameron McCabe.
McCabe did single his last time up. Music is down now, so McCabe will back out and be ready to go as the left-hander Denovi set to throw again, and the first pitch is low and inside for a ball. Quakers have had base runners in all 3, or should say all 4 innings. This is a soft one toward the second baseman. Will charge and throw wide. Should be an error on the second baseman, Gorski. And the Quakers get a man on. And that'll bring up Devin Baisley.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 26, Devin Baisley.
So second time that Cameron McCabe has been on base. Gorski looked like he had plenty of time to make the play. Here's the pitch, and hit back of the middle, knocked down by the pitcher. Will he have a play at first? Yes. Great play by Denovi, not only to knock that baseball down, but it looked like it, I almost thought it was going to hit his bare hand, but he reached out with the glove hand, being a left-hander, gets the out, and that'll bring up now Andrew Bradley.
Now batting, the catcher, number 30, Andrew Bradley.
Might be the defensive play of the game so far. McCabe getting down to second base. Baisley 0 for 2 and 1 away, and Bradley was a strikeout victim back in the third. And time is called. Well, you have a day like today where your offense is struggling. You hit the ball hard, and great play made by Denovi. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Quakers will tell you from a hitting standpoint, they don't just look at the batting average. They'll talk about quality at bats, and if you did hit the ball hard and if you hit it right at another player, and that's going to be hit on the ground, diving and knocking it down the third baseman, but no play. Haley made a nice play on it, just didn't have time to get up and throw. As now the Quakers have runners at first and third, and that'll bring up Connor Drews.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 14, Connor Drews.
Go Connor!
So that'll be an infield base hit for Bradley, and now let's see if Drews, who struck out back in the third inning, can deliver right here and get a run on the board for a team that right now is just struggling getting some runs here this afternoon, and that pitch in there for a strike. Quakers now with 4 base hits. A lot of times you'll see this Earlham baseball team just try to manufacture something right here, just to get that thing going. There's a swing and a miss. And Drew's now down to no balls and 2 strikes. Again, you can every once in a while see the hitter looking down at his arm and where that pad is, where the information is on a hitter, and where they want to try to hit as that pitch is high and outside. That also applies to the guys on base, so they too know that they need to take a look. Now, a lot of these guys have it right on their belt. And like the runner at third, McCabe, he's working his off his belt. Probably didn't like it on his arm as that pitch gets inside. Did it hit him? Yes. So Connor Drews will head down to first base as he was hit by the pitch. And that'll bring up Mark Gendreau.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Mark Gendreau.
All right, let's go, Mark!
First time the Quakers have had the bases loaded here this afternoon. We mentioned a little bit ago they've had base runners in all 5 innings thus far. And now a visit to the mound. Reminder, today's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Thursday they have the Italian BMT, Friday the tuna, and Saturday the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. There is no activity in the Case bullpen, so this is more of a go out and settle down the left-hander right here. You have 1 out, ground ball potentially could get you a double play and get you out of the inning. Mark 2 for 2 this afternoon. Infield at medium depth, they'll play actually in on the corners, as you can see. DeNovi with the pitch, and it's inside for a ball. Could be the first real threat of the day for the Quakers. The left-hander comes, set the pitch on the way, got him swinging on that one. Mark way out in front. McCabe at third, Bradley at second, Drews at first. The 1-1 pitch jammed him and he hits it foul. And now 1-2. Big pitch right here. If you are DeNovi, you don't give him anything to hit, so anticipate a waste pitch here. And perhaps get Mark to fish for something way outside or something inside he'd think would be a ball that the umpire decided there. He came back inside and fouls it off. And we'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The stretch by DeNovi. And the pitch on the way, low and inside, 2-2. Well, you saw the way that Jake Ryan able to slide inside and make sure that ball didn't get by for a free run for the Quakers. You can gamble a little bit more if you're a pitcher like DeNovi, and maybe it's not quite where you wanted it to be. And even if it's in the dirt or on the turf, as the case would be here, he's able to get to that baseball. DeNovi again will get the sign. The break-even pitch on the way, right back to the pitcher. DeNovi, he throws it away. Run will score. And the Quakers finally get on the board, and the bases will stay loaded with 1 out, and that'll bring up Isaiah Shake.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Well, tell you what,
DeNovi had the easy out there, and I'm not too sure that Gendro wouldn't have been thrown out also down at first because the catcher came out quickly as that pitch is high and outside, 1-0. Two errors on the board now for Case Western Reserve, and the Quakers get on the board here in the 5th inning. Shake is 0 for 2. The pitch. Got him swinging. Good pitch inside to Isaiah Shake. Danny Dopp is on deck. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. Well, DeNovi now has a right-hander throwing in the bullpen, so he might be on a shorter leash right here. They would probably have him on a pitch count today as well, being the first start of the year. Breaking pitch low and inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody throwing in the Quaker bullpen, as it looks like Gerbis will come back out for another inning of work. But DeNovi in trouble for the first time here today. The error scoring the run, the stretch, and the pitch on the way, low and inside, and now a 3-2 count. Well, now with 1 away, the runners will have to stay to see what happens. If you had 2 out, they'd be off. But you don't want to get caught in a double play right here. DeNovi now set to throw. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. High fly ball center field. Should score the run. Ball caught in center by Neal, and the Quakers get their second run on the board, and there's 2 away. Good job there by Isaiah Shake. Here's Danny Dopp.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp.
So now runners at first and third, 2 away. McCabe scoring the Quakers' second run of the inning. Bradley across as well, and now Isaiah Shake down at first base. Take that back. That's going to be Gendro stayed at first base after the sacrifice fly. Throw to first not in time as Connor Drews down at third. Danny walked his last time up, struck out back in the first inning. Another throw to first. Mark, 273 hitter last year and loves to steal bases. This will be hit back up the middle. The second baseman flips on to the shortstop. They'll get the out there for the final out of the inning, but the Quakers get a couple of runs back on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Case Western Reserve on top of this one, 4-2.
Are you tired of your current IT company prices going up every month? Do you get only 4 or 5 hours included in your contract before you're charged overages or per hour fees? Midwest IT Support has set pricing that allows you to budget for your business with no contracts or overages. It's all included. You get a full IT staff without hiring a full-time person. Call us for a free quote. We make IT easy. Call 765-239-9668 or email us at helpdesk@midwestitsupport.com. Dargy Repair Service is family owned and operated, and they work on every kind of vehicle and specialize in imports. You can count on Dargy to do repairs and service, big and small. Dargy does regular service to major repairs. They do everything for your car except bodywork and tires. Dargy is a certified TechNet professional auto service. Dargy Repair and Service, 1700 Northwest 11th Street in Richmond. For more information, give them a call at 935-2241.
Joey Gerbis back out for another inning of work after the Quakers pick up 2 runs in the bottom half of inning number 5. We'll head to the 6th. It'll be Neal, Murley, and the number 8 hitter, McConaughey. We'll see how Joey responds after giving up that double in the 5th inning and then getting the final out, the strikeout of Lott. Here is Neal to lead things off.
Leading off for Case Western Reserve, the center fielder, number 6, Sam Neal.
Neal today tripled back in the 3rd inning. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st. Joey's pitch on the way. Check swing. It's in there for a strike. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors today by the Spartans. The Quakers at 2-4-1. Gerbis shaking off those first couple of signs from Bradley. The pitch in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Bradley will look over into the dugout. They will relay a series of signs to Bradley, and then he will give the option to the pitcher to decide what he wants to throw, as that will be bunted foul. And we have seen Gerbis today shake off a couple of signs that he was not exactly comfortable with, and then he'll go to his 2nd and or 3rd option. And we mentioned those shadows now starting to make their way across home plate, so the hitter now has to see the ball coming from the sunshine into the shadows. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still quiet in the Quaker bullpen as Gerbis works here in inning number 6. The pitch a little bit outside, and we'll go full count, 3-2. Outfield stays straight away for the Quakers. And a left-handed hitter steps back in as Neal, the number 6 hitter, set to hit once again as it opens stance from the left side. Popped him up in the infield. Pinsura is there for the Quakers. He'll squeeze it behind second base, and there's 1 away. And that'll bring up Noah Murley.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 2, Noah Murley.
Murley hit by a pitch back in the 1st. He did triple in the 3rd. Or take that back, fielder's choice in the 1st, flew out in the 3rd. That's hit foul. One away as we play here in the 6th inning. Murley, the number 7 hitter. This was a ball club that went through 7, or I should say 8 hitters in that 1st inning. That's hit foul. It's quickly now, no balls and 2 strikes to Murley. Gerbis 4 wins last year, trying to pick up number 1 here in 2020 as that pitch is outside. Quakers get Olivet next. They'll welcome Wilmington here. They get the doubleheader, actually 3-game series against Kalamazoo. That'll open up with a doubleheader. Wilmington again, as that's going to be popped up into center field. Shake is there, makes the catch. We have 2 away. And that'll bring up now Casey McConaughey.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 31, Casey McConaughey.
So 2 down, McConaughey is 0 for 2. This one lined into right field, coming on to make the catch is Drews, and that'll do it. As we will head to the bottom half of inning number 6, a 1-2-3 inning for the Quakers and Joey Gerbis. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve from Jiffy Lube. Sometimes I talk to myself, which is not necessarily a new thing, but lately I've been calling myself bro. So the other day I got out of the car and I looked down at my shoes and was like, wow, that's not what I expected. And I said to myself, you're just gonna have to own this look, bro. Yeah, I know I got issues. Don't have issues with your car though. Come on down to Jiffy Lube, get everything fixed, be on the road. Now that's a commercial, bro. Preventative maintenance. Good job.
Wish me luck, we've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Earlham got 2 runs back in the 5th inning. We head to inning number 6. It'll be Hatfield, Pinsora, and McCabe due up for the Quakers.
Leading off for the Quakers, the designated hitter, number 17, Austin Hatfield.
Hatfield 0 for 2, struck out back in the 2nd, grounded into a double play in the 4th. Denovi back in for another inning of work himself, and the first pitch is low and inside for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Back here tomorrow again, noon start time for game 1. The 1-1 pitch swung on a miss. By the way, a new rule in baseball this year that I'm not sure it's being implemented today, but we were told earlier this week as that pitch is outside by Coach Sakasitz that there's the 20-second pitch rule where the pitcher has to throw the baseball within 20 seconds. There's a good breaking pitch in there and got him looking. So Hatfield strikes out for the 2nd time. Here is Brian Pinsura.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pinsura.
Brian is 0 for 2 today. Well, the idea is, again, to try to speed the game up at the collegiate level, and so most ballparks, and I'm sure one day this one probably will if the rule stays in effect, as that pitch is low and inside. We'll see a 20-second clock implemented here as well. The 1-0 pitch, line to the short, or should say third baseman. He can't hold on to it as Haley has that one go off his glove. And so the Quakers have a man on, and that'll bring up now Cameron McCabe.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 5, Cameron McCabe.
So the Quakers get a base hit there and now have a runner at first base. McCabe at the plate. McCabe scored one of the 2 runs as that one is hit foul. Scored one of those 2 runs in the 5th inning. Reached on an error on the second baseman and also singled back in the 2nd inning. So now each team with 5 base hits as that pitch in there for a strike, and Cameron now down to the count at 0-2. This would be huge. The Quakers come back after getting off to such a bad start today and come back and win this game as that pitch is outside. Denovi, every time he throws that 0-2 or 1-2 pitch, it's always outside, so he gives the hitter nothing to hit. Lead at first base, the stretch, and the pitch. Hit foul. Good cut again as McCabe stays alive. Give credit to Joey Gerbis, able to hang in here, and there's a swing and a miss. And 2 away. And here's Devin Baisley.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 26, Devin Baisley.
Baisley flew out back in the second inning, grounded out in the fifth. Runner at first gets the lead. The pitch is inside for a ball. From McCabe on down, 6 through 9, the Quakers have had 2 of their hits. If you go 5 through 9, they've had 3 of their 5 hits. And they may get him picked off. The throw down to second, tag laid on, and he holds on to the baseball, and the Quakers run themselves out of the inning here. We will head to the 7th on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers trail this one 4-2.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
If you were with us back in the first couple of innings, you probably would have thought that by now Joey Gerbis would not be around, but he just continues to pitch well here in the last 3 innings, giving up just the 1 double over those 3 and not giving up a run, so he is still in the ball game. And he'll be facing now Haley, Jarrett, and Gorski.
Leading off for Case Western, the third baseman, number 19, Trey Haley.
So Haley will step up. He is 0 for 2, was a strikeout victim back in the second inning. As Joey's first pitch, swing and a miss. Two runs in the first, 2 in the third off of the right-hander Gerbis. Since then, nothing. Ball hit to the shortstop, Pinsura. Lob throw to first. It did bounce there, and it got there in time. There's 1 away. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Jarrett.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 23, Cole Jarrett.
Wondering if Pinsura getting a little unsure of himself on that last throw. He's had not a great afternoon defensively. As the first pitch is low for a ball. Jarrett led things off with that home run back in the first. He has flew out twice. There's a right-hander throwing in the Quaker bullpen. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Again, I would venture to say the hitter's having a little tougher time picking up the baseball coming from the sun into that shadow the way it does, and that shadow all over home plate. 2 balls and a strike. Nate Hemrick in the bullpen, the sophomore out of Kokomo. Hemrick at 6'3", 200 pounds, ground ball foul left side. And the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Reeve, a guy we'll see is still battling some of the preseason injuries. We won't see him anytime soon. There's a swing and a miss. The throw to first, and there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Ben Gorski.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 9, Ben Gorski.
So Gorski doubled back in the first inning. He is 1 for 3, does have a strikeout here this afternoon. That pitch low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Quakers in the bottom of the 7th will go with Baisley, Bradley, and Drews unless we see some changes. That ball hit foul. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Gorski a part of that, what potentially could have been a huge inning back in the first after the home run by Jarrett. That's a nice pitch on the outside corner for strikes, 1 and 2. That was an inning in which the Spartans ended up sending 8 batters to the plate, scored just 2 runs, and that's a lot of credit there to Joey Gerbis. Here's the pitch. Grounded, a slow roller toward the shortstop Pinsura. This time he throws it to first with a lot of English behind it, but that one is going to be late, and safe at first is Gorski. So that'll be an infield hit, and that'll bring up now Jake Ryan. But not until we see a visit to the mound. And this will be the head coach himself as Steve Sakasich will make his way to talk with Gerbis. We had already mentioned that Nate Hemrick is in the bullpen. He is ready to go. El Pinsura really had a strong throw that time, but maybe that little bit of hesitation may have cost him. So now 6 hits on the board. And here is again Jake Ryan.
Now batting, the catcher number 26, Jake Ryan.
We talked about Ryan and his power last year with 9 home runs. Has a home run here today. He's 1 for 3. The Quakers will want to be very careful with this guy right here. That'll be chopped foul. At this point, I would think that Gerbis getting close to the end of his day here. If he can get through the 7th, still be a good outing. Despite giving up the 4 runs, is the throw to first not in time. Said like earlier with the hitters that the Quakers had, they look at more than just the batting average. They look at the entire picture. That pitch is low. One ball and 1 strike now to the number 3 hitter, Jake Ryan. 2 away as we play here in the 7th inning. The stretch by Gerbis and the pitch. Foul tipped and held on. And we'll go to 1 and 2. Gorski a lead at first. It's not a team that runs a whole lot. They had 30 home runs last year. They like to get their run production, not necessarily by stealing bases, just hitting the baseball and hitting it well. We'd mentioned a .310 batting average as a team last year. The pitch by Gerbis overthrew that one. Good job there by Bradley. And an on-base percentage last year of .400 and a slugging percentage of .452. And this guy right here, Jake Ryan, was one of those hugely responsible for those numbers. The pitch by Gerbis. Well, it hit the location just a little bit low. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a big pitch right here. Trey Armstrong on deck. Gerbus will come set. Check the runner at first. And the pitch, runner takes off. This one hit into center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Gorski heading to third. The throw not in time. And then Ryan to second base, and they got him. Quakers able to cut down the runner at second base as the Spartans come up empty. We will head to the bottom of the 7th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers trail at 4-2.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
The Quakers will have Baisley, Bradley, and Drews all due up as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Quakers able to cut down the runner trying to get to second base. And so for the Quakers, Joey Gerbus able to get out of that inning with no damage done, and he's now gone 7. You'll probably see Nate Hemrick come in the next inning. So Baisley will lead things off now for the Quakers.
Leading things off for the Quakers, the third baseman, number 26, Devin Baisley.
Baisley flew out back in the second, grounded out in the 5th inning. Music. There they go. So now, DeNovi set to throw, and the pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. You notice he looked at me again. I'm a union guy. I don't do music, too. Here's the pitch. Grounded toward the shortstop. The throw to first. A low throw dug out by the first baseman. Nice play by McConaughey to get the first out. And with 1 away, here's Andrew Bradley.
Now batting, the catcher number 30, Andrew Bradley.
So Baisley 0 for 3 on the day. And with 1 out, Bradley singled and scored back in the 5th inning. DeNovi set to throw, hit well into left center field. Coming over to cut that one off will be the center fielder, and heading to second base. The throw got him, I believe. Nope, he's safe. Bradley hustling down to second base. The Quakers with their 6th base hit. And that'll bring up Connor Drews.
Now batting, the right fielder number 14, Connor Drews.
All right, let's go 14. Show 'em what you made of.
Good hustle that time by Bradley to stretch that to second base. And now the Quakers have a runner in scoring position. Drews will step to the plate, shows bunt, and the pitch in there for a strike. Connor struck out back in the 3rd, was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. There's still a right-hander throwing in the Case Western Reserve bullpen. The pitch on the way, it's up high for a ball. Cal is even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
You got this, Connor.
Quakers got their 2 runs in the 5th inning.
Show 'em what they're missing.
Ran themselves out of inning number 6. Time is called. Other than that fifth inning, Denovi has pretty much sailed through every inning he has pitched so far here today. The left-hander set to throw, and it's high and outside, 2 balls and a strike. I'll be curious when the day is done how the Quakers will look at their new system of signs that they have with the either belt or what they have on their wrist, however they're going to wear it. As I know down at second base, Bradley's wearing his on his wrist. Drew's now 3 balls and a strike. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Shot foul right in front of the plate. I was curious to know because in the preseason, maybe even a week ago, perhaps even less, they were not totally happy with the way they picked up the concept at that point of learning how to do it differently than most of the veterans had been doing over the last 3 years. Stretch again, and the pitch on the way, hit high in the air to center field. There to make the catch. Nobody advancing at second base as the center fielder Neal makes the play, and that'll bring up now Mark Gendreau.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Mark Gendreau.
So back to the top of the order. Mark, couple of base hits today, has been on base 3 times. Denovi trying to get himself through 7 innings of work. And the pitch by the left-hander is hit into center field. Neal is there, and the Quakers unable to put anything on the board here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We will head to inning number 8. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers trail at 4-2.
Looking to kickstart your fundraiser? Take your fundraising efforts to the next level with expert support from Suds Fundraising and get access to a fundraising kit full of quality products people can't wait to get their hands on, a dedicated web store to reach your online audience, a digital marketing kit that allows you to convert leads easily, and so much more. Let us help you reach your fundraising goals on time. Visit sudsfundraising.com to get started today.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Now the right-hander throwing, Nate Hemrick, we'd mentioned he is 6'3", 200 pounds out of Kokomo, played for the Wildcats. They made a strong run in his senior year in high school baseball last year. Nate ended up throwing just 6 games, had 1 start on the year, just 10 1/3 innings, 12 hits, 9 runs, all earned. He ended up striking out 8, walking 6. He finished at 0-1 in the season with an ERA of 7.84. You generally don't see too many freshmen getting a ton of innings, though we look back at the 2017 championship season. There are a lot of players that year that were freshmen that got a ton of innings. But Hemrick now getting a chance to throw here. He'll go up against Armstrong, Lott, and Neal as we go 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Hemrick in his final warm-up toss. Here we go.
Leading off for Case Western Reserve,
the designated hitter, number 3, Trey Armstrong.
Armstrong doubled his last time up. So for Nate Hemrick, a good early test against a very good hitting team. The right-hander's first pitch is a fastball up high, 1-0. Spartans 7 hits on the afternoon. Hemrick now will work from the stretch. He started in the windup, down the stretch. Here's the pitch, hit foul. Armstrong grounded out back in the first, reached on an error in the third, and again doubled in the 5th inning. Hemrick gets the sign from Bradley. And the pitch on the way is outside, 2 balls and a strike. I heard Steve Sackett say in the pregame the one thing they want their pitchers to do, and they preached that ever since he's been here, is go attack the hitter. Get ahead in the count, because that's where you're more successful. Fastball in there for a strike. Good fastball that time by Hemrick. The stretch by Nate and the break-even pitch on the way. And that is going to be outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. By the way, the Earlham women have qualified for the upcoming HCAC basketball tournament. We'll tell you more about that coming up in just a moment. The stretch by Hemrick. The payoff pitch this time is in there for strike 3. Got him looking. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Jacob Lott.
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Jacob Lott.
So the Earlham women have qualified for the tournament. They get in the number 6 spot. Transy winning the regular season. They're the number 1 seed. Here's the pitch, hit foul. Hanover is number 2, Franklin number 3, Anderson number 4, Bluffton number 5, and Earlham number 6. So on Tuesday, Earlham will play at Franklin at 7:30. And Bluffton plays at Anderson also at 7:30. The pitch on the way, in there for a strike, 0-2. So congratulations to the Earlham women. Hoping to get 4th. And they'll take it as they go into number 6 and now travel to number 3, Franklin, on Tuesday. Here's the stretch and the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first in time, a strikeout throw out. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Sam Neal.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 6, Sam Neal.
By the way, you can find out all the information and more on the women's basketball team and their trek toward the tournament coming up on GoEarlham.com. Also, all the information on today's baseball game as we look also toward tomorrow's. That pitch is low, 1 ball, no strikes. We'll have all the final stats of the day today, the box score, and all the sports news of the day. GoEarlham.com. Sam Neal tripled back in the 3rd. His first look at Hemrick, charging Gendreau. Off balance, throws off the mark, and that's going to be a base hit by Neal. His 2nd base hit. And that'll bring up now Noah Murley. Unless we have a change right here. Murley's coming back. Now we're going to see who this young man is. We can pick him as that number 11. It will be a left-handed hitter now for
Case Western. It is number 11.
Now batting for Case Western Reserve, number 11, R.J. Christie.
Christie, a freshman out of Langhorne, Pennsylvania. So Murley done for the day, 0 for 3. And this gives the Spartans a left-handed hitter to face the right-hander Hemrick, and the pitch in there for a strike. Time called. This will be Bradley calling the time, or was it Christie who steps out? It will be Christie who steps out of the batter's box. He's back in. Hemrick ready to throw. 2 away here in the top of the 8th inning. Hemrick gets the sign, the pitch, hit foul. He got a pretty good cut right there, but now down in the count at 0-2. Head coach Steve Sakasitz is the one who'll come out and direct what they want have to happen defensively, and he's always adjusting where those outfielders need to be. They keep very meticulous scouting reports on all these players, even the umpires. Saw a scouting report on the 2 umpires earlier today. The pitch, just outside. Quaker crowd thought it was a strike, but it was outside. The guy they'll get tomorrow, at least in game 1, might be the same guy that's going to be in the field or is in the field today. They talked about his strike zone being very wide tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him look on the swing on that one. A good job by Hemrick, and that'll do it for the Spartans as they will leave a man on. We will head to the bottom of the 8th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers trail at 4-2.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Back once again as the Quakers ready to go to work here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Due up for the Quakers. The leadoff hitter, take that back. This is going to be Isaiah Shake.
Now batting for the Quakers, the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Try to pick up the other player that is now in right field for left, went to right. Huh? That pitch is a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. So Cole Jarrett is actually now in right field. There's a strike. So we move Jarrett over to right field. And the new left fielder is going to be Ben Stawicki. The new pitcher will get him in a moment as well as that pitch is outside. So Stawicki in the ball game in left. And the new pitcher is Tony Smadia. Smadia out of Terre Haute, Indiana, played at Terre Haute North High School. There's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smadia is a junior
And the pitch on the way, hit foul. And we'll stay at 2-2. Good cut. Isaiah Shake here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Shake, Dopp, and Hatfield. The Quakers in the heart of the order. Here's the break-even pitch again. It's outside, 3-2. Both bullpens quiet at the moment. Here's some of the action going on down in the batting cage for the Quakers. And that pitch just off the plate. That'll be a leadoff walk. And the Quakers have a man on. Here is Danny Dopp.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp.
So Earlham has a man on. Danny Dopp, the RBI leader on this team last year with 25. And of course, Isaiah Shake loves to run. 22 stolen bases last year. And the first pitch is up high, but they may not risk it right now, knowing that Smodea is struggling a little bit in his first appearance. Danny, a long look down at his third base coach as Smodea set to throw. The pitch. Deep fly ball into right field. Going back on it. This one is off the fence. Heading to third will be Shake, and heading to second base, Danny Dopp with a double. And that one just missed getting out of here. Now the Quakers have 2 runners on, and that'll bring up Austin Hatfield.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 17, Austin Hatfield.
All right, Hattie, it's your turn.
Hatfield is 0 for 3 today, but now runners at second and third. Boy, the right fielder, Cole Jarrett, as now we'll see a visit to the mound. Cole Jarrett did a great job just getting to that baseball, as that one just a couple of feet away from going out of the ballpark in right field. It's only 325 down the line, 375 in the alley, and that one probably close to 335 at least where it hit on the fence. Is now the visit to talk to Smodea. Well, here's where the Quakers need to get it done. You have Hatfield, Pinsur, and McCabe all due up. Though Hatfield has struggled a little bit today at 0-3, and he has struck out twice. Chance to get a run right here. They have him in the number 4 spot, and certainly a reason why. They really like his potential of driving in runs. The stretch and the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. There's a left-hander now throwing in the Case Western bullpen. I mentioned the Quakers bullpen quiet at the moment. Shake at third, Dopp at second. The pitch. Check swing. It was in there for a strike either way. But he does go around. Here the Quaker crowd. In fact, Case Western bringing a crowd here today as well to see the season opener between these two teams. And the pitch hit foul. We'll stay at 0-2. Hatfield back in. No balls and 2 strikes. Runners again at second and third. The stretch. The pitch, and he came inside, and Hatfield able to foul that one off. Smodea at 5'9", 180 pounds. He is the only Indiana player on their roster. The stretch, the pitch, got him on a fastball. One away. That'll bring up Brian Pinsura.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pinsura. Three strikeouts today by Hatfield, one away here in the 8th inning. Pinsura singled his last time up. The pitch on the way back, a little base hit. One will score. They will hold the runner at third as Danny Dopp made the big turn. It's 4-3. Brian Pinsura's second base hit, and Earlham now to within 1. That'll bring up Cameron McCabe. Now batting the left fielder, number 5, Cameron McCabe. Well, right now, Smodia could use a ground ball double play to get out of the inning. Quakers base hit ties the ball game. Earlham battling back from a 4-0 deficit. Smodia's pitch, swing and a miss. McCabe out in front. Danny Dopp at third, Brian Pinsura down at first base. The pitch on the way came inside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Devin Baisley's on deck for the Quakers. Tying run down at third. Here's the stretch. The pitch on the way. It is outside. Good job by McCabe holding off there. 2-1. Smodia gets the sign, the delivery. Runner takes off, popped him up on the right side. The first baseman down the line in fair territory. Over the shoulder catch as it drifted into foul territory and makes the catch there. Nice play by McConaughey. And there's a big out right there, 2 away. And that'll bring up Devin Baisley. Now batting, the third baseman, number 26, Devin Baisley. That is a huge out there for Smodia. That was a heck of a play, though, by McConaughey as he was going down the first base line, and that thing came back into foul territory as that pitch in there for a strike. There's not a whole lot of room down the lines once you get near the bullpen area. So you have to navigate your way and make sure that you know where that fence is. The stretch and the pitch popped him up. Quakers may leave 2 runners on base here in the inning. The shortstop drops it. Run scores. And Earlham has tied the ball game at 4. Wow, I tell you what. That's a huge error right there on the shortstop. And that'll bring up Andrew Bradley. Now batting, the catcher, number 30, Andrew Bradley. And so the inning continues. And we're tied at 4 apiece.
Score 1 more here, let's go.
Bradley is credited with a couple of base hits today as that pitch in there for a strike. In what should have been the end of the inning. But Jacob Lott commits the error. Smodia will come set. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball called strike. It's quickly 0-2. Well, Earlham 2 runs in the 5th, 2 more here in the 8th. Three errors on the board now for Case Western. There's a swing and a miss. Got him. But the Quakers come back, score 2 runs. We will head to the top of the 9th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard,
We're tied at 4. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Quakers coming back thanks to a huge error on Case Western Reserve that would have ended the inning, but the Earlham Quakers now come back to tie this game at 4 apiece. Quakers will keep their second pitcher in the ball game, that being Nate Hemrick. McConaughey, Haley, and Jarrett all due up now for the Spartans.
Leading off for Case Western, the first baseman, number 31, Casey McConaughey.
McConaughey 0 for 3 today, lined at his last time up. This is his first look at Nate Hemrick. Nate in the stretch, and his first pitch on the way is outside for a ball. Not a bad way to come back today. You take advantage of the other team's mistakes, and 3 errors by the Spartans. The pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Those shadows now starting to get all the way down the first base. In fact, right at first base and out towards second, but still looking at having to come from the sunshine into the shadow from the ball off the release of the pitcher's hand as that pitch is outside. 3-0. Then it becomes a little bit of an issue of those guys on the right side, your first baseman, second baseman, and right fielder. Hemrick now the 3-0 pitch. Inside corner for a strike, 3-1. McConaughey, the number 8 hitter. Hemrick will get the sign from Bradley, and the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Three balls, 2 strikes. And now Hemrick with the payoff pitch. That one tapped up the middle. Pinsura charging and throwing, and got him by just a half a step. And there's one away. That'll bring up the third baseman, Trey Haley.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 19, Trey Haley.
Haley is 0 for 3. Also his first look at Nate Hemrick. Quakers now have a right-hander throwing in their bullpen. That pitch is low, 1 ball, no strikes. Quaker crowd thought that was a strike. The senior Jordan Christian now throwing for Earlham. The pitch on the way, popped him up on the right side. The second baseman, Jandro, in shallow left, right field, should say, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Cole Jarrett, the leadoff hitter.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 23, Cole Jarrett. So Nate Hemrick right now is retired 5 of the 6 hitters he has faced. Jarrett hit that home run back in the first inning. He has since gone 0 for 3. He too will face Nate Hemrick for the first time, and the pitch outside for a ball. If we are looking to the bottom of the 9th inning, the Quakers will go 9-1-2. Bradley asking for the coaching staff to go through the signs once again. Let's see what they'll throw here as Hemrick will come set. And the 1-0 pitch on the way is low and inside, 2-0. Jordan, a part of that championship team back in 2017. Again, getting warmed up for the Quakers if they need him right here. Here's your 2-0 pitch. That's a strike. Things will begin to cool off now as we got the temperature around 50 today, but the more that sun goes down, the chillier it's going to get. Quakers have been outside, as we mentioned, quite a bit, so it may not bother them too much. Here's a fly ball, shallow center field. Shake coming in will make the catch, and we will head now to the bottom of the 9th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers and Spartans tied at 4 apiece. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Hey, this is Steve at Jiffy Lube. The other day, a cashier said to me, "If you're happy with the service here, there's a site you can take a survey on." Kind of laughed and said, "What if I'm not happy?" To which she replied, "Well, then you can just forego the survey." I thought, well, that's kind of the equivalent of if you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. What if we all adopted that? Jiffy Lube, take the survey, but if you can't say anything nice, just don't say anything at all.
Hey, this is Steve Funkhauser at Jiffy Lube. Come on out, see us. We're ready to serve.
Jordan Cooterer will come in and pinch hit for the Quakers.
Now batting for the Quakers, number 31, Jordan Cooterer.
Outfielder out of Cincinnati, left-handed hitter, will step in as he's the number 9 hitter for the Quakers. And the pitch in there for a strike. The pitch, and that'll hit him on the foot. Quakers have a man on. So Cooterer down to first base. And now Mark Jandro will step to the plate.
Hitting for the Quakers, the second baseman, number 1, Mark Jandro.
See if the Quakers will also get a pinch runner here. I'm not sure about Cooterer, but it looks like he will come out. Looks like James Grace is the pinch runner.
Pinch running at first base for the Quakers, James Grace.
So Grace down at first. See the visit now. This will be also a discussion. Make sure they know where they're going to go with the baseball depending on where it will be hit. Right now, Smodia staying in, the right-handed pitcher. There's nobody in the Case Western Reserve bullpen. Now will Mark try to sacrifice the runner down to second. Mark 2 for 4 today. The stretch, the pitch. He does bunt it, but bunts it foul. Now you have your leadoff hitter's a very good hitter, contact hitter. Guy that can put the ball in play. Third baseman, though, is going to come in, try to take that away. Throw to first, not in time. Haley playing in front of the base. Meanwhile, McConaughey will hold the runner on at first. Grace has really good speed, and they know it. Throw to first, not in time. One thing here, do not get yourself picked off. The stretch, and the 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off, and the hit and run is on. He fouls it away. Boy, base hit right there, and there's no doubt that Grace would have been down to third. So now for Mark Gendro, really have to shorten up here. No balls and 2 strikes. Try to make contact, throw to first, not in time again. Third baseman now backing up even with the bag. The stretch, the pitch, ground ball back up the middle. This could be trouble. Charging the shortstop, throw to first in time, but he gets the job done, gets the runner down to second, 1 away, and that'll bring up Isaiah Shake. So now the Quakers have the winning run in scoring position.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Boy, Isaiah in a perfect position right now. If you possibly can, try to put that ball on the right side. Grace down at second base. And again, 1 away. Base hit should score the run. Here's a breaking ball in there for a strike. Season opener here today. Quakers are down at 1.4-0 very early. They have battled back. Nate Hemrick a chance to get the win if the Quakers can pick up a run right here. The pitch. That's low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the catcher coming out, Jake Ryan. They're leaving it up now to the right-hander, Tony Smodia. Jordan Christian has sat down as well. He was up in the Earlham bullpen. Smodia gets the sign. The runner of the lead at second. The pitch. There's a strike. So Isaiah finds himself now down in the count of 1-2. Shake back in, and Smodia set to throw. The pitch as a breaking ball, hit foul. So now the guessing game will begin. You're down in the count at 1-2. You're probably not going to get a really good pitch to look at. Smodia can waste one right here and try to get you to chase something off the plate. That's Grace down at second base. He is the winning run now for the Quakers. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and a big strikeout. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Danny Dobb.
Now batting for the Quakers, the first baseman, number 7, Danny Dobb.
I think they're going to walk him. So they will put him down at first. And that'll bring up now Austin Hatfield.
Now batting for the Quakers, number 17, the designated hitter, Austin Hatfield.
So Dopp intentionally walked runners now at first and second, 2 away. And this one hit foul. Good cut by Hatfield. Boy, love to see him come through right here. He has struck out 3 times today. Grace down at second base. Danny Dops at first. The pitch on the way. Fly ball into right field. This is going to carry. This is going to fall into a base hit. Quakers win. Hatfield with a base hit, and Earlham wins their season opener 5-4. Austin Hatfield with the game-winning base hit. And Earlham comes back from a 5-4 deficit to pick up the win here this afternoon in Game 1 of the 2020 season. We will come back and wrap it up in a moment. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Well, Austin Hatfield drives in the winning run here today, and boy, he came up big. That ball just kept carrying all the way to the warning track in right center field as Earlham comes back to take the win 5-4. Nate Hemrick picks up the victory here this afternoon. Game 2 is tomorrow, and Game 3 is tomorrow this series, as we'll be back here at noon and 11:45 pregame, and then the second game at around 3:15 in that area as well. As the Quakers open up with a big win here today, the game-winning hit by Austin Hatfield. 5 runs, and I believe now 9 hits for the Quakers on 1 error. Case Western Reserve, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. Thanks for being with us. Quakers win at 5-4. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.